Hello, and welcome to Evolutionary Parenting with Tracy Cassels, PhD. I'm Tracy, and today I'm going to talk a bit about the period of hyporesponsivity. Now, most people have no idea what I'm talking about when I speak about hyporesponsivity. So let me say briefly that this has to do with how reactive children are to stress. Hypo means under, and responsivity here refers to the stress response. So the period of hyporesponsivity is a period in which children can show lowered responses to stress. Unfortunately, it's been misunderstood and led to claims like, young children don't experience stress like us adults do, or as long as children have a secure attachment that there is no negative effect of stress, or even stress is actually a good thing for development. These are all partial truths that all relate to this period of hyporesponsivity, but the full reality is different and has crucial implications for our parenting. The first part to understand is that children can and do experience stress just as adults. Sometimes they even have stronger reactions than adults due to their limited ability to place events in context. The main concern over the experience of stress to the developing brain is that if it is too much, or even at the wrong time in development, it can result in what researchers refer to as a stress reactive profile. This is when people experience stress in response to events that should not elicit such a reaction and can increase the risk of a host of health problems throughout life. However, as most of you probably know, infancy and toddlerhood are naturally filled with lots of somewhat stressful experiences for children. So the question becomes, how do kids handle these moments without developing a stress reactive profile? Enter the period of hyporesponsivity, which seems to start around the age of 2 months and is thought to run to approximately 3 years of age. During this period, children can have a reduction in their physiological response to various stressors, particularly the more moderate stressors that are prevalent for them, but not necessarily to severe stressors like natural disasters, abuse, or war. Now, this reduction in their stress response allows them to learn from these experiences without facing the negative repercussions of having their vulnerable brains flooded with cortisol. What facilitates this period? And do all kids have it? Well, sadly not. It is not, though, as some would suggest, due to having a secure attachment with someone, though that absolutely plays a role. In fact, children who benefit most from this period are those who not only have a secure attachment, but are being sensitively responded to during these times of stress. Crucially, this response in the moment seems to be able to come from almost anyone, at least for a short period of time. It is less clear the effects on children without a secure attachment, but it is possible that they can benefit from this period when being responded to sensitively. In addition, it's important to note that there are individual differences in how children respond to stress and this support. For example, higher needs or orchid children seem to rely upon this type of sensitive responsivity in order to thrive, but lower needs or more dandelion children seem to do okay even without this buffering to moderate stressors. It also seems that all children show an increased risk of higher levels of stress when the stressor is caused by their attachment figure, and this too may be greater for higher needs kids. So that is, if the attachment figure is the one who causes stress, children seem less able to utilize what little skills they have to calm themselves and thus respond with higher stress. Now, what does this mean for us as parents? The crucial fact here is that you provide a very valuable service to your children when you comfort them during times of distress and refrain from being a cause of distress. You are enabling your child's brain to develop without fear of negative effects of cortisol on the brain. Knowing that your actions can help your child even when your child is upset can hopefully also make being responsive that much easier. And that is exactly what our children need.